Hi there, welcome to Real Life on the Homestead in Ontario. I'm Marie, and even though it's a beautiful sunny day, damn did it get cold fast. And we've decided it's time to move our plants indoors. We don't want to lose those that we need to keep for next year. And we have just been planning how we're going to do this. I'm going to move my laurel and one of my rosemaries into the house. The other rosemary I'm going to put in the garage. I'm going to harvest my lemongrass and show you what we're going to do with that, as well as we are going to break into our turmeric and ginger planters to see how that turned out. So the laurel tree is going to be in the house here. We had it up to basically 4 feet tall, and for some reason it just died off at the end of the year, so I've started a new one. And I've also moved in one of the rosemaries. This is not going to be its final home, but just to get it in out of the cold. Like I said, we have our lemongrass. I am going to show you how to make herbal infused oils, so I will be harvesting that lemongrass to show you that. I've got this rosemary here ready for Jamie to get the tractor to move in some plants, because some of them are actually pretty heavy. So there's the herb garden looking pretty done. I've got enough oregano here that I think I'll make some oregano infused oil. These are not essential oils, they're going to be infused oils. My parsley, I will harvest some and freeze, and the rest will come back next year. And of course the sage always goes absolutely nuts. Fig tree, definitely going to be moved indoors for the winter. Once we have the greenhouse, I won't have to worry about that anymore. And here is our lemon tree that looked like it was going to die at the end of last year and came back absolutely beautiful. I'm going to do a little bit of research if I can harvest any of these leaves and maybe make an not essential, but an infused oil. And let's move over to the other side of the yard. Now look at how sad the turmeric is looking. It means it's already getting a lot of cold. I'm going to have Jamie hold the phone so that he can video me actually breaking into this and seeing what we ended up with. This here is our ginger. Again, you see the burnt of the cold that's happening. Our white sage is doing beautiful, and it will come back again next year. I will pick some and dry some before it's all gone. And of course we got some peppers. Didn't do very well this year because it was so rainy and so cold. But I will pick these. These are like friggin' hot as hell. And hi, do you want to be on camera? Yes, you do. Okay, so I'm going to get Jamie to come over here while we break into these, and you could be a witness too on, was this a success or was it a failure? The only way to find out is to try, and we are willing to try everything. Okay, so we don't know if it's a success or not until we try, and we are willing to try. So I'm going to be pulling this out. This is turmeric. It was sprouted indoors and then placed in this bucket. But we did have a really bad year for weather. Lots of rain, not a lot of heat. And I guess if we had a longer growing season, this would have been more successful. But there you can see the turmeric rhizomes. They're beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. I'm gonna see if I could actually dry some of these and keep them to plant for next year. But we're gonna go through the whole pot, see how successful we were. And this is only trying one pot because there was no sense in overdoing it until we knew how well this would work. The rhizomes are very small, but again, they're overcrowded in this pot too. There was one of the originals that I used for rooting. Another one. I'm wondering, I'm going to leave those in the pot and see what happens if they come back next year. Good thing to try. Yeah, I've got some really nice ones, but they're not very large. But here's one of the originals. I don't know if you can see that. Get a little bit closer. We have Jamie behind the camera right now. Do you see how it's trying to sprout right there? That means it is trying to take root for next year. So I'm going to leave those in there over the winter and see what happens. After all, we put garlic in over the winter. And like I said, we don't know what we got until we try. I am going to, look at how beautiful these ones are. Those ones are really looking good. Jamie, how does it feel to be cameraman? Ah, no, the audience cannot see you nodding. You have to speak. You exist. Okay. There is not a lot of a harvest here, but it is a good first try so that we can see how to be successful from here on in. I see a lot of the original roots in here, tucking them back in. We are just going to leave this pot right where it is. Do you think we should cover this for the winter, Jamie? Do you think we should cover this for the winter? Nobody can see you nodding. He's saying no. Okay. Now, how would I assess this? I would say that this was, let's say, a 4 out of 10 in success. I think we could do better. The sun's actually coming out right now. I don't need my hood on, right? So let's move over to our ginger. Hopefully we had a little bit more success with the ginger. That smells nice. Tiny as well. Oh, the ginger's a whole lot better. Let's get a close-up of that, Jamie. Isn't that gorgeous? I bet you that will taste really, really good. Okay, so that was one of the originals I put in, and this is what's growing from it. So I'm gonna tuck that back in, the same as I'm doing with the turmeric. As I'm pulling up, I'm sticking the originals back in there. These here are all new growth. Just broke that one off. Okay, so I'm feeling like I'm pulling off the top and there's more underneath. Look at that. Jamie, can you come and pan in here? Just so that we can show what's underneath, because I am not gonna get right in here with my fingers. Holy smokes, I might have to knock this over because this is all good ginger, but I'm not pulling it when I pull out the top because the roots are really, really strong. Don't want to break this any further, and I don't want to knock the whole pail over. But look at this. This is the root system in here is something else. Okay, I'm gonna throw these back in. Oh my goodness. Let's pull these suckers out. Okay, I think I'm going to lose a lot because I'm not pulling the whole thing out. But these may come back next year. That's totally worth planting. We just have to get better at it. But as we try, we learn what we do right and what we do wrong. This is not the best climate for ginger, but it doesn't mean we can't try and we can't make a success of it. We're good. We are good. So the ginger, I'd say it was maybe, I'd say an honest 5 out of 10. Not super great. There might be more stuff in here that I'm not getting to, because I'm finding that I'm coming across more hidden in here than I'm aware of. Look what I just pulled up. So there is more ginger down here. To get it, I think I'd have to knock over the whole container, which I don't intend to do. So I'm just gonna rebury these, see what happens next year, see if they come back. Okay, so we have our ginger and we have our turmeric right there. And I hope your thumb is not in the way, Jamie. And I think what we'll do is move in the plants into the garage now. Get the tractor going because they're quite heavy, and then we're good. And the rosemary. Going indoors for winter storage. I cannot wait until we have the greenhouse set up and we no longer have to do this every winter. Okay, so I've just finished washing the ginger and the turmeric, and I do have enough ginger to make my ginger tincture. There's quite a few good pieces, and lots of young pieces. So what this tells me, it's just the growing season wasn't long enough. So what I think I'll do is next year, instead of starting it like mid-March, what I'll do is probably start it in January and then get it ready to go outside later. Turmeric, same thing. It's happening. It's growing. It just didn't have enough time. And it's just getting way too cold to leave it out there any longer. Unfortunately, not having a greenhouse isn't helping. But you can see it. It's happening. So I think I'm going to change my success rate. And I'll give the turmeric maybe a 6. And the ginger a 7. Because it's happening, it's working, it's just we didn't have enough time. I'm going to clean these up a little further so I can use them. But we have now figured out what we need to do next year for better success. Well, our plants are put away. I think we're getting pretty close to ready for winter, even though the sunshine is so beautiful. I can't get over that winter's here. Thanks for coming on this little packing up journey with us. And if you want to continue to see our progress on planting the garlic, getting ready for next year, what we do over the winter, just keep following us. Like and subscribe. And please put some comments in. Let me know what you'd like to watch. And please go ahead. Live your best life.